More than half of Canadians say they can't keep up with the cost of living, according to a new poll. They say they couldn't manage a sudden expense of more than $1,000 if it were to come up. So which bills are proving to be most stressful, and how can you get out of this tight situation? We find out.
During the pandemic, it's been a real challenge trying to balance the checkbook.
This woman opened up a restaurant in Port Credit 4 months ago during the pandemic.
We own a business, so our challenge is I guess the challenge has been definitely to make sure that you always have enough of funds to always have those rainy day moments. Now the rainy days come, and sometimes you don't have the funds.
A common theme for Canadians, according to a new Angus Reid Institute survey where more than 1,600 people were polled, 1 in 7 Canadians say they couldn't deal with a surprise bill of any amount right now. 3 out of 4 say they've modified their spending in recent months. 7 out of 10 say money is a source of stress.
If you don't know how to budget properly, you won't be able to survive in Canada.
The cost of food, gas, and energy in particular are adding to household bills. Finance expert Kelly Keane says results from the survey aren't surprising, but they are alarming. She says for many, it may become unmanageable.
Especially when you look at how thin the margins are of Canadians, with their savings, what they've had to endure during COVID, maybe maybe themselves or a spouse or an adult child that still isn't fully back in the workforce. And so navigating that loss of income.
Recently, I was just laid off from my job in December, right after Christmas. So it's been a stressful time trying to find a new job. I do budget well. I'm very frugal with my money. I try to save up a nest egg so I can make sure that I'm paying my rent on time, paying my other bills on time. Now I'm dipping into that nest egg and it's about to end. So it's like the hustle is really on now.
Canadians actually saved a record amount during the pandemic, but a Royal Bank analysis finds those gains weren't evenly distributed. Wealthy households accumulated cash, while lower income ones likely used money to pay off existing debts. For those with debts to pay, Keane has this advice.
See where you can trim the fat, but not on the simple pleasures that aren't going to move the needle, like going out to a movie with your family or something, getting that cup of coffee. Look to see, okay, you've got high interest rate credit card debt. Can you get on the phone with your bank? See if you can get that into lower interest rate product. If you're missing payments, this is a big one, then you've got to get in front of someone like a nonprofit credit counselor or an insolvency trustee. You don't have to go down that route, but you want to at least know what your options are.
Keane says if you're really strapped for cash, try talking to your bank to see if you can skip a payment on your mortgage. She says it won't impact your credit score and may give you enough money to deal with some short-term financial struggles. For City News, I'm Maleeha Sheikh.